I am Sonia Luévano is my artist name. I am married though, so Sonia Luévano Campbell. Um, a little bit about my background. I've done art my whole life. It's always been my forte. I went to Bethel College, now Bethel University in Indiana near Notre Dame, and got my BA in visual arts with a focus in oil painting. And I did start my master's through Pontifex University studying sacred art, but then COVID happened, and so I took a break, and then just family growing and everything. So I've just been focusing on growing my business, and here we are.
So my name is Naomi DeLay. I'm a master's student at UNM, and I work in Earth and Planetary Sciences. And so my focus is in aqueous geochemistry, which is basically a fancy term for like how water and rock interact. So I'm in my last year of my master's, and my focus is on springs in the Manzana Mountains and how those springs are affected by wildfire and like certain other effects. And yeah.
I also have a second degree in art education. Part of being an elementary teacher is working with the other subjects and kind of having special projects where it's like, say for math, we work on tessellations or something like that with the art or with the math teacher. And also I have definitely found my tribe here in Albuquerque. And a lot of being an artist in the art scene here is networking and working with people in other disciplines. Like I have a friend who's a filmmaker, I have a friend who's a welder, I have a friend who's in politics, so that has helped out before and everything. And I've always called myself a Renaissance woman, and part of why I was drawn to this project is because I've always had an interest in the sciences. And so this is like the opportune moment to fulfill that dream, like a real Renaissance person.
How I feel about co-production between transdisciplinary fields is that I haven't had much experience with that. This is my first time working in a transdisciplinary field. So I know with the art and the sciences, it's sort of like really cool to bring those two fields together and to create a product, which is really cool because it's just working with different people who have different perspectives and bring different ideas together. And it's a cool thing to bring into a space. As far as making connections at UNM, this has been really good because it's been a little bit difficult during COVID. There's not much space to like bring all these different ideas together. And within my field, it seems like it's more research-based, so like you're in a team and then you don't really get to interact with people outside of the team. So this is really cool because I get to check out different spaces in New Mexico and especially in the local scene, so yeah.
I think part of our duty with a project like this and other projects like this is to figure out how to make it effective, and I think so far you guys are doing a great job with that. And we'll work together to make it more and more effective.
I think a lot of times, especially even science too, it's like when you're working with people who have different backgrounds, it's incredible because you get to see all these different perspectives, and everybody brings their own sort of perspective into it and changes how the project might be. But when it comes to transdisciplinary, it's like within this program, using art and science together, like that's really cool because it breaks that sort of creative outlet into a field that you just didn't expect. So working with Sonia, it feels like working with her, she gets to see like what I do in science, and I get to see what she does in art, which is really cool, and learn from that. So
a lot of my networking is with like businesses that work with art or in art, or other artists or people that can help me move forward in the art world, and it just kind of like plateaus at some point. And so this is an opportunity to where I can like work with a different demographic and reach a different demographic and be able to like spread my wings a bit. And I don't want to be an artist only known by artists. I want to be an artist that works with other people for the betterment of everybody.
In terms of building confidence, I feel like it's always good to just keep practicing it. Like, I definitely need to work on it for sure. And so I think like pulling myself into uncomfortable spaces and like kind of making myself do things that I never did before, I think is a really good way to like bring myself into more of a confident way of doing things, but also just being more self-compassionate in the process of doing so. So, yeah.
Well, there's a saying like great minds think alike, right? But there are different types of great minds. And we can think alike from different perspectives. And if you're not getting that different perspective, you're not going to see the betterment come. Like, you can be good at what you do, but if you get that different perspective, it could broaden what you're already seeing. And I don't know, I just feel like we got the right hemisphere and the left hemisphere, right? And they say like we would be so much more intelligent as human beings if we use more of our brain at the same time. It's like we can do that if we reach out to other people and better ourselves that way.